My god, guys. This is one of the craziest One Piece chapter of all time, bro. Like, this is going to go down in history, bro. This chapter was so insane. You won't believe what happened, bro. This is crazy, bro. We finally got the reveal of Rocksteady Xebec and his connection and his lineage, bro, and who he is the father of. Like, it's crazy, bro. I'm losing my mind, bro, the whole week. That's why the video is out late, because I've been just making theories and talking with people and having discussions on Twitter like for the last 5 days, bro. It has been crazy, bro. This reveal was crazy. We've been waiting 6 years and 197 chapters for this. Rocks was first mentioned in chapter 957. I think it was in 2019. And it's crazy. Like, after 6 years, we finally got the reveal. Like, the silhouette is out, bro. Rocks Xebec has escaped the silhouette piece. And the design is crazy. We're gonna talk about it slowly, and we're gonna start the chapter from the beginning, and we'll see. It's the end. Wait on and hold on and hang on with me, bro. It's gonna be crazy, right? The title of the chapter is "I Can't Even Die," and this is gonna come into play later on in the chapter when you'll see who this is. Someone says this line, and this is very important. And in the cover story, we see that Yamato is still in Wano, and like she's visiting someone's grave who was like from West Pool, was brought up in Wano, and he later on become a hero. So I wonder what this is. Like, is it gonna tie back with the current story? Like, the way the chapter ends, it feels like it's connected to someone of the Rock's pirates. You know, maybe it's like Shiki or someone like that. It's insane, bro. Like, Oda is cooking with the cover story. Right? I think it's slowly getting serious. Like, Yamato is like now visiting someone's grave in Ringo. And I wonder who this is. Like, I don't know. First, I thought it might be Ushimaru, but he's from Wano, bro. He was from Wano. That's the thing. But this says this guy was from West Blue, but he was brought up in Wano, and he later on went on to become a hero. So, yeah, man. I'm really curious where the cover story is going. Like, I'm gonna let Oda cook with this. I'm patient about this. We've been here for like 30 to 34 chapters of the cover story. Now I'm here, I'm patient. We have read over 1,100 episodes of One Piece, and we can wait a bit. We know what Oda is cooking, it's gonna be really important. So wait for that. Anyway, so let's go over the actual chapter now. The chapter starts, like 63 years ago, the chapter starts off, and we see the Big Mom incident in Elbaf, and how she almost wiped out an entire giant village all by herself. And it's crazy. Like, Big Mom was just a child, bro. Like, it says Big Mom was just a mere human, and yet she left a large part of the giant village in ruins. It's crazy, bro, what a child Big Mom can do. We see in the last chapter how Loki survived a fall from the underworld to the sun realm as a day one baby infant. It's crazy, bro. What the child? No, we have to scale the children, bro. Luffy was not performing this type of crazy badass fits when he was like 3 or 4 years old. It's insane, bro. Then we see that same year, after Big Mom's incident, we see Elbaf had been struck with several disasters around the country, and like famine, diseases, and bad weather, and it's crazy, bro. Elbaf was hit with crazy disasters one after another after the Big Mom incident. It was in the same year, and we also see that Loki's mom Astrid started to fell sick, and she started to blame everything on Loki because of Loki's eyes. You know, it's sad, bro. Like, I'm just sad, bro. Like, Loki had to suffer all this, and just because his mom didn't like his eyes, bro. It's crazy, bro. Loki's mom, like, she literally blatantly like shouted out. She was shouting and blaming everything onto Loki just because he looks like a monster. This is just sad, bro. Like, and we then see that baby Loki, like, barges into his mom's room, and the other guards are trying to stop him, and Loki just wants a hug from his mother. It's crazy, bro. You can see Loki, like, he's crying that his mom doesn't want to hug him, and it's just sad. Like, Loki just wanted to be loved, you know. And Loki's mom was literally telling to gouge out those eyes because she's freaked out by looking at his eyes. So it's crazy, bro. Like, I feel so sad looking at Loki, bro. He doesn't deserve this. Baby Loki, like, he just wants to be loved by his mom. Like, I can understand why Loki turned out to be like that right now, like you're slowly getting to understand Loki's character better. This flashback is really fleshing out his character so well, like he's getting that Straw Hat level character writing right here. Anyways, we see the all around the Elbaf how everyone is struggling to survive due to the famine and the bad weather and cold weather conditions, which has like left people starving for food, and we see the other villages having infighting among them. So it's so we can see the giants are no different than humans, like they also have infightings, and just like regular humans have they also fight for resources and everything. Like they would go far as to do everything to like survive, like it's insane, bro. Like we see that people started killing each other like for survival and getting to their fair share of food. It's insane, like what people will do to survive. And we see that some people also barge into Ada's house and like telling, and they want to kill Hasrudin just because Hasrudin is Loki's brother, and they think that Hasrudin is also the reason that Elbaf has been cursed, just like Loki, and because they cannot kill Loki as he is one of the royal prince, they want to kill Hasrudin instead. So this is just twisted and messed up at this stage. Just when one of the giants is about to kill Hasrudin and Ada was trying to stop him, the giant like took hold of Ada and like was ready to like attack her. And just at that moment, King Harold returned and punched that giant into the ground and saved Ada and Hasrudin from the giant. And King Harold then came and requested everyone in Elbaf to have patience, because he had made deal with the other neighboring nations, human nations, to help them with food and resources, and King Harold has built good allies with the neighboring countries, so they're willing to help the Elbaf giants. So it's great to see how Harold was going on about his journey, and it was not for waste. Like he really was looking for the better of Elbaf all this time. Like he was like out there building connections with different nations, and so that they can help Elbaf in this type of conditions. And we see that Astrid had died. We see that King Harold visiting we see that when King Harold came, the day right before King Harold arrived in Elbaf, Queen Astrid passed away from her sickness, and we see the funeral of Queen Astrid. And yeah, man, like she deserved it, bro. I'm just gonna say it, bro, because young Loki suffered a lot because of her. Like she was the one who gave him the title, the Accursed Prince, and people started to go by that. And we see a scene where King Harold picks up Loki, and he is like saying, "Loki, my sons," and it's sad to see. I think King Harold is unaware of the fact what Loki has been going through so far. Like he doesn't know his son has been going through so much while he was away. Like King Harold is like very like proud to say Loki is his son, and we see Loki's eyes are bandaged. So and King Harold doesn't know why Loki's eyes were bandaged. So one of the guards came and lied to King Harold that this is because of one of his eyes has a disease. So they had to cover his eyes. And King Harold, he's unaware of the fact that what is happening with Loki's eyes, so he just goes on with it and listens to the guards. And Loki, in this point, he's not even smiling. Like, and King Harold is like wondering why he's not smiling. So it's just sad, bro. I really wish Harold knew what his son was going through. And it says that at only a few months old, Loki had given up on love. Bro, this is just sad and heartbreaking. Oh man, like Loki flashback is hitting us so much. And slowly we see that Elbaf started to improve with the help of the other allied nations that King Harold built during his journey. And we see Elbaf building connections between the different villages, and King Harold helping with the other elders of the village how to like improve and modernize Elbaf. And it's crazy. Like in the meantime, we see that Loki was being brought up by Queen Astrid's older brother, and he was treating him the same way as his mother was. Like Queen Astrid's brother, like Loki's uncle, He thought that Loki was a freak, and Loki was the reason that her sister died. His sister died, and we also see how Ada had opened up a bar in the underworld, and like she was planning to help King Harold any way she could, and it's great to see it. It's the same bar that Shanks and we saw Shanks here uh, during the before the kid fight. So yeah, it's great to see that this was built by Ada, Hazruddin's mom, and she opened up this bar, and it's great to see. And this is paralleling the scene where Shanks and Colon were during in the bar. It's great to see how it is paralleling the story, and she wants to help. She wants to help, like, and Ada wants to help King Harold any way she can. Like, she doesn't want to be in his way. It's great to see, like, how loyal Ada is. Like, I hope we all have someone like Ada in our life. It's crazy. Anyways, we got away to a scene and in the Sun Realm in Jorul's house. This is like flash forward to 56 years ago. We see that King Harold is talking to Jorul about a certain incident that happened at the Reverie. It was a murder, and King Harold like infiltrated the Reverie as one of the guards, but and that murder like helped him like not being exposed. Like he was able to escape the Reverie because of that murder. And this is gonna tie back with what happens at the end of the chapter, where this is the exact incident where like Roxy Xebec like killed an admiral in the Holy Land, and that was the reason like King Harold was able to escape from the Reverie during that time. So this is going to tie into the end of the chapter, and we see that this is important. This passage of the story chapter, we see that Jorul talks about the Galata Warhammer Company. Like they are the group of giant shipwrights that armed themselves with warhammers, and they used to they're shipwrights from Elbaf, and King Harold thought that they were just a myth, but Jorul confirms that no, they existed. We see the giant silhouette, and these look like the exact giants we saw frozen on Punk Hazard, remember? So it's crazy how it is like bringing back the story in full circle. So every small detail in One Piece is important, and we see that those giants were traveling around the world, and at a certain point they sent back a letter to Elbaf saying that they had all been captured, and Jorul was shocked. Like he's questioning how 100 giants were taken prisoner, including ancient giants. So how was it possible? Like who did this? And King Harold asks them like, did the world government was responsible for this? And we see that Jorul says they once faced a great enemy. However, they sank deep into the ocean at a certain point in history. To be blunt, like it's crazy. Like, did the world government actually freeze those giants in Punk Hazard? Like maybe someone with the previous user of the Aokiji's devil fruit? And these giants, like, are these giants the one who taught the shipwrights in Water 7 on how to build ships? Because they also have the same name. No, it's crazy. Like maybe the ancient giants were the ones who built the ship Noah, that is in Fishman Island. And so many things are coming together. It's too much information to unpack here. Like it's crazy, bro. Like so many lore reveals and stuff, bro. It's insane, bro. Like Oda is just going all out in Elbaf, man. It's too much. Anyway, we cut away to a castle where we see that Loki is being mistreated by his uncle, Estrid's brother, and she says that Loki is the reason his sister got killed, and Loki is cursed and everything. And we see Loki with his eye bandaged up. We see a passage of Loki's life, like just like Kuma's flashback, like when Kuma was running from like younger version to his adult version. And we see the same with Loki here, where Loki is very young, and we see a middle-aged Loki, and then we see how a bit grown-up Loki. And then we cut away to 48 years ago. Then we flash forward to 48 years ago before the present day, and we see the villagers drew closer in terms of trade and identity, and the nations stood together. Yeah. So slowly Elbaf started to like have good relationships with each other. They started to become a strong nation with good unity and strength because of King Harold's good leadership and rule. And King Harold made declaration that his dream is to join hands with other countries around the planet and for the giant race to be welcome all over the grand world. And King Harold says that the giants would like to help the humans just as the humans helped them during their tough times. And giants will be ready to help the humans any way they can with all their might. Then we see a point in time when King Harold went out of Elbaf again, and we see that Loki pulled up with the giant monsters from the underworld and attacked a village in Elbaf. And he was going on a rampage, bro. Like, young Loki had already tamed the animals and the monsters from the underworld. It's crazy, bro. And Loki was going on a rampage, and we see that Hajrudin tried to stop Loki, but Loki beat Hajrudin up, and Loki was and Hajrudin and Loki got really sad after he saw that Hajrudin had friends who were worried about him and Loki had no one. Like, Loki was doing all these things because he was alone and no one liked him, you know? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's hard, it's sad to see, bro. Loki felt alone, so that's why he used to do this sort of things, you know? Like, he's not actually a bad guy. And you see, like, Hajrudin grew up with his mom and he had his mother's love. So that's why he grew up with someone better. But Loki, on the other hand, like, he grew up alone. Like, everyone hated him. His own mom, like, abandoned him. It's insane, bro. Like, what Loki had to go through. And we see that Loki, like, is mad. Like, Hajrudin has friends and he doesn't have any friends. And we also see that despite everything he did, nothing filled the hole in his own heart. And we see that Loki tried to off himself by jumping off from the sun realm to the underworld by himself, and he still couldn't die. And this panel is really sad, bro. Like, he tried to off himself, literally, bro. Loki is just a kid, bro, and he's having to do this sort of things. It's just heartbreaking to watch, bro. This Loki flashback is just really heartbreaking, bro. It's crazy. And we see Loki falling into the underworld, and this is crazy, bro. Young Loki was doing Kaido level stuff. It's crazy, bro. He was casually doing Kaido feats as a child, bro. It's insane, bro. Kaido is getting power clipped by young Loki. Man, this is insane, bro. Like, agenda piece aside, bro, this is just sad to see what Loki had to go through. Like, we can see Loki's eyes here as well. The main reason Loki has been hiding his eyes all this time is because his mother hated his eyes. It's crazy to see that. Man, this chapter, bro, like, Loki flashback, it's gonna hit, bro. I can't wait for the anime to adapt this. And now, we're finally in the moment. The best part of the chapter. The final double spread of the chapter. And the most important and the most talked about. And why it has shaken up the entire One Piece community. It's crazy. Oh man, let's go over it. And we see that just when Loki was lying around and like wondering why he couldn't even die, and he has nothing left in life and he just gave up on life, we see that four silhouetted people arrive to meet Loki, and one of them like slashed the mountain in half, like, and they're like talking about, those figures are talking about what island is this, and they don't know where's the entrance of the island, like it's crazy, bro. And we see that it's Shiki, Whitebeard, and Stussy, and I wonder who the fourth person is. Shiki, Whitebeard. The Rock Spirits. They were in these are the Rock Spirits, eh? Yeah. The final figure is none other than Rocksteady Xebec. Yeah, we finally get the full face reveal of Rocksteady Xebec. And it's not a silhouette, and it's not a silhouette, it's the full face this time, bro. And it's crazy, bro. This guy looks insane, bro. Rocksteady Xebec's hair. He has the spiky same hair with the two-tone hair, black and white, and it's crazy, bro. His design looks insane, bro. And his face, he looks like Blackbeard. The long theories about Blackbeard being Rocksteady Xebec's father just got confirmed in the chapter. And it says his name is Rocksteady Xebec. He is the future captain of the Rock Pirates and the future father of Emperor Blackbeard. So yeah, the narrator even himself has confirmed it. that Roxy Xebec is actually Blackbeard's father. It's insane, bro. Like, holy damn, bro. All these years we have waited, like, after 6 years and almost 200 chapters of wait, we finally got the reveal of the man, the legend, the myth, the legend. Roxy Xebec. It's crazy, bro. And it has lived up to the hype. Like, I cannot emphasize how hyped I am. I cannot put into words, bro, what this means. It says that Harold spotted this particular man 8 years ago during the reverie. He single-handedly killed a Navy HQ admiral and vanished without a trace. Bro, this feat earned him a massive bounty and a government's ire. My goodness. Roxy Xebec's rookie feat was taking out an admiral just like that on a whim, bro. That too at the reverie in the Holy Land. Like, it's crazy, bro. This panel is so insane. We see that Shiki, Whitebeard, and Stussy are behind, and Roxy's bag is in front of them. Like, you can tell, like, Rox is a conqueror, bro. Like, he's asking Loki the question, like, if Harold is here or not, because Rox met Harold at the reverie, so he has something he wants from Harold, you know. And the way he talks, bro, he says that he wants to ask Loki 2 questions, and he doesn't take no for an answer. He wants yes. So, bro, like, bro pulled up to Elbaf with his squad, and with his squad of Whitebeard, Shiki, and Stussy, and he's asking Loki questions. Like, bro, it's crazy, bro. This is crazy to see, like, Shiki and Rock. I'm so hyped to see, like, Whitebeard and Shiki and Stussy, you know. We see that even though Shiki is like a dickhead to Loki, like, Whitebeard is literally actually worried about Loki here, and like, he questions why Loki is crying, you know. It's insane, bro. Like, and Xebec, bro. Xebec looks exactly like Blackbeard, bro. Like on one side, but people could, I think the buggy being Roxy Xebec's father theory might also be alive, because if you look closely, the left side of Xebec's face very resembles Buggy's face a lot. Like, if you put the right side half and the left side half of Xebec and the right side half of Buggy into one face, you will see that both resemble a lot. So yeah, man, I would still hold on to this Buggy being Roxy Xebec's son stocks. Like, you know, like, it might still come true. Like, there's still a possibility that Buggy might be Rock's father, because we have like Shanks, a father of Figureland family, and we see that Luffy is the son of Dragon, Shanks is the son of Figureland Girling, and Blackbeard is son of Roxy Xebec. So who is Buggy's father gonna be? But it has to be someone relevant, you know. And I have been seeing like many memes and trolls about how One Piece has turned into a nepo piece, you know, like nepotism, like how the children are inheriting everything from their fathers, you know. But it's crazy, bro. It's so funny to see those memes and agendas, you know. What about the Admiral agenda? What are you guys are gonna have to say about this? Like, young Roxy Xebec took out an Admiral, bro. Like just like that. No wonder Garp and Roger had to team up to take this guy down, bro. Bro was a demon, bro. The way he is laughing, bro, you can tell, bro. This guy was standing on business, bro, at God Valley, bro. He had to be jumped, bro. Like, it's insane, bro. Like, all these years we have been making theories how Rox could be Shanks' father, Rox may be Buggy's father, Rox may be Blackbeard's father. It was the most likely possibility, and it actually turned out to be true. And it's crazy, bro, how Oda has been building up the story, bro. Oh man, I'm super hyped, bro. We're finally getting the Roxy Xebec reveal here, bro. Holy. And he's actually Blackbeard's father. My god, man. What more to say, man? I can't wait for the next chapter, man. I really hope we get the God Valley flashback soon. Like, I wonder what will happen next. Like, are Oda gonna go with the Rock story right here? Like, why is Rox looking for a Herald here? Like, there's like still so much question here. And what was Rox doing in the reverie, bro? It doesn't make any sense. Was Rox a celestial dragon or a king from a nation? That's why he was invited to the reverie, but he ended up killing an admiral for some reason. Like, there's still so much we have to learn, bro. Like, maybe like we might actually get the God Valley flashback starting from the next chapter, you know, because Coppergaban is right there beside Loki, you know. Like, he could like really continue with the God Valley flashback when Rox's name comes up, you know. So yeah, I'm super hyped for the next chapter, And it's crazy, bro. We are living crazy times in One Piece. Like, we're really in the end game, and Oda is slowly like revealing all the mysteries that the story has been building up since the last 30 years. So yeah, man. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm super hyped, bro. I can't even express into words how monumental this is for the One Piece story, right? The reveal of Roxy Xebec here. And yeah, man. Big shout out to Loki, bro. You were a champ, Loki. The way you have been suffering and still you never gave up on life. It's crazy, bro. How strong Loki is. Like, he couldn't even die, bro. He's just like Kaido as a kid, bro. Oh my god, man. I wonder what will happen, what we'll see next, bro. I'm really like hyped to see what happens between Loki and Roxy Xebec here. And so slowly, I really hope we get the God Valley flashback. Please, Oda, do it. Okay then. Thank you guys for watching the video, guys. Oh man, this has been crazy, bro. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out.